You'll be popular forever. I understand. I understand. I understand. Hello, and thank you so much for joining Based on Face. So today I want to go through 2 items that I picked up from Sephora really recently, and they're actually items that I have never used before. I know one of them is extremely popular, so I'm really excited to try it for myself to see, you know, how it works for me. I really loved it when I was in store, but this is the first time that I'm going to use it. I haven't even unboxed it, so this is technically an unboxing as well. So the first product is this NARS foundation. And it is the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation, and I got it in the shade Deep 2 New Caledonia. I have heard nothing but good things about this, and when I went to Sephora, I was looking for a new foundation. I've used so many different types of foundation. I've used high street ones, I've used very high-end ones, but I haven't used NARS yet because I felt like I never could find the right shade for me. But when I went in store, it looked really, really good. So I'm hoping that it is good when I come into natural light, because we all know what it's like when you're shopping in makeup stores and their harsh lights make things look a little bit different. So today, hopefully, it's gonna look great. I'm hoping that it's still the color that I think it is and that it will be a shade match. I'm gonna pump it. This is literally the first pump, and it comes out, it's quite liquidy. So as you can hopefully see, it's quite warm. I typically have been going for neutrals more recently because I realized that I'm not really that much of, I'm warm. You can see that I have, you know, warm undertones, but the neutrals really work very nicely for me. So I'm hoping this works really well, but really the texture is absolutely gorgeous. It's so smooth. You can already see how thick it is. I know that it can be buildable, but it looks like in one swipe it can work. So let's see. So I'm just gonna go in with a quick sweep of the foundation, and yes, it does look quite orange, but I think it could work in this shade. I would typically go for something a bit more neutral. Hopefully you can see that it is quite orange on me at the moment, and that's me just putting it on with my fingers. Now obviously blending out will always help things kind of go in. What I will say is the texture of this foundation is absolutely gorgeous. It feels really nice on. It's nice and thick. You can see that all my pigmentation has just gone away. Like, it's completely taken it away, which is really nice to see as well. So I have no issues when it comes to its texture, when it comes to its thickness as well. It feels nice and light, but it's also clearly done the job. And if we just compare to the other side where my pigmentation still is, you can just see, like, this is incredible. This is, yeah, I understand why it's popular. NARS, you'll be popular forever. I understand, I understand, I understand, yeah. And actually, even though it was orange on first glance, it looks like it's really blended out quite nicely. So I'm just gonna put the rest of it on my face so you can have a look. This is a full face of the NARS foundation. As you can see, this is one layer and it has smoothened out everything. It looks really good. I will say I do feel like it is a bit too warm. Maybe even slightly, you may not see this on camera, but maybe slightly too red actually, for me personally. So I would definitely go for something more neutral in shade. But I love the composition of it. The texture is really nice. It's light. I don't feel like I'm wearing heavy makeup, even though it gives the effect of heavy makeup. So this is what it looks like. And as you can see, even when you look at kind of my neck and my chest, it's a little bit off, but I can make it work. I can make it work. The next thing I bought on my Sephora trip is this Vieve cream bronzer. And I hadn't used anything from Vieve apart from kind of sampling their primer. So to see this, and the reason I'm really excited about this is because I was looking for a contour, actually a really neutral contour, because your contour, just a reminder, your contour should be neutral. It should look like a shadow effectively, and then your bronzer should be warmer and kind of the thing that lifts up your face and gives you all the kind of curves on top of the contour. This is a bronzer, however, when I looked at it in store, it seemed like it would be a really good contour for me. So I'm hoping that that's the case, and this is the shade Deep. So it looks like this straight out of the packet, which is looking a little bit warm, but again, when I looked in store, it looked like it was a nice contour shade. So I'm actually just gonna go with this fluffy brush initially to try that out and see. So if I just take, I'm just gonna sweep it a little bit so I can get some on, and then I'm going to move in, and as you can see, I typically, and I already have, even though I've put foundation on, you can literally see like the shadow of my natural kind of contour lines. So I'm just gonna follow that slightly higher, right? Because I wanna lift my face and I want to kind of concave. So I'm just gonna take this from here, and it's already matching that kind of dip there. And I'm gonna take it all the way here. Now, I used to go and follow this all the way down because that's what it looked like for me for my face. But I realized when you shape it like that, especially for my face, when you have an oval shaped face, it makes your face look longer. So I'm actually gonna go from here all the way and then stop around here and then move it slightly upwards. And then shade in here. So if you can see, I've got this and I'm coming down. And I think I like that. I think it's a nice, neutral kind of shade. So if we just compare the two, I mean, you can already see that this is definitely more chiseled on this side now than this side. And again, you can naturally see some of my contour, my natural contour. I haven't used anything on this side of the face, but here it's more defined. So I'm just gonna use a bit more and come back to ya. So I'm back, and as you can see, I have contoured parts of my face. So here you can see that, I mean, I haven't done my full face, it's literally foundation and contour, but it's creating that shadow that, you know, and it's quite neutral actually. I don't think it's as warm as it looked, which is quite good. And obviously once I've put on the rest of my face, I typically would do concealer beforehand, you will see the full look. So let me go and finish it up, and then we'll see how that looks all together.